Hello from Dover seafront. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. It's very windy. I'm trusting that my little furry mic, that's not a euphemism, is doing its job. Making my way down the cobblestones here so that I can dunk a foot into the sea in Dover, because this is going to be the south coast to coast hike. Let's wait for this one. There you go. Both feet in and no wet feet. Awesome. So, we'll be following the coast for a short while, but predominantly this is going to be going cross country from Dover all the way to Weston-super-Mare. I've been wanting to do this trail for quite a while, and it's now spring of 2022. It's nice and warm, t-shirt weather. So I figured, why the heck not? Let's go. Going to bring you along for the ride. There's a castle just up on top. We're off. So I'm going to go as far as Sandling today, hopefully, and that way, as the route breaks inland, that could be my start towards the actual trail, which is fairly close to there. I think it goes out as far as Hammer Street and then follows Green Sands Way, I think. It shows a walkable line, let's call it that. Straight line, straight up here, which is great, but I can't walk up walls, and there is no path that leads to the top unless you have access to the I forget what it's called. Wait for the lorry. Told you it's nasty. You can see it just over here, just about. So just there is a set of stairs that does go up the cliff there, but it is only open on the third Sunday of each month between March and November. England Coast Path. We'll be doing the England Coast Path one day. As I'm stood on one of the hills here, I can see there's a line of ventilation shafts going across the countryside there. I'll tell you more about those. I believe that's got something to do with, I think it's called Seraphim Hoe. Yeah, more on that in a moment. Here we are, coming up to one of those ventilation shafts. Underneath me there's a railway line. I don't know whether it's disused, this spur of road, this junction. Let's call it that, shall we? Call it what it is, the junction. That road, and I didn't know this until very recently, that road goes to a place called Samphire Hoe. So Samphire Hoe is actually reclaimed land, and it was reclaimed using the spoils from digging the Channel Tunnel. So they would come along here, lorries would be coming and going, and they reclaimed about 1.7 kilometres of seafront from the sea. But these ventilation tunnels, shafts, are not directly to do with that. There is a railway line directly under my feet. Wow, I'll get my breath back. And that's where we've come from. And here is Samphire Hoe. The noise you can hear, possibly, is this cooling area. This is cooling and ventilation for the Channel Tunnel. This is all on reclaimed land. This wall was built first, all the way along, and this was filled in using the spoils from the Channel Tunnel. They kept 2/3 as a nature reserve, which is why you've got little lagoons and undulations. It's deliberately designed that way. Lots of different grasses were planted. And the third of it, this third of it, was kept deliberately for Channel Tunnel ventilation. So here's a look from the other side. You can see the train line that I was on about, where the ventilation shafts are used, and that's the road coming in, where lorries would have been coming back and forth to dump the spoils. Something tells me I should be on that side of the fence, not this side, but the path came up here. I'm not the best with heights. We're just coming up to an acoustic mirror, and I thought as we're approaching it I will read from Andrew Grantham's website. He's done quite a lot of research on these things, or documented quite a lot about them rather. So I'll just read out what he says about them. A forerunner of radar, acoustic mirrors were built on the south and northeast coasts of England between about 1916 and 1930s. The listening ears were intended to provide early warning of incoming enemy aeroplanes and airships about to attack the coastal towns. With the development of faster aircraft, the sound mirrors became less useful, as an aircraft would be within sight by the time it had been located, and radar finally rendered the mirrors obsolete. The sound mirrors at Denge in Kent, it's not this one, have become quite famous, but it is less well known that a number of other mirrors existed, built to a range of different designs. These web pages bring together photographs of the surviving mirrors, etc., etc. I'll leave a link to his website. It's quite interesting, but yeah, this is an acoustic mirror. The idea being the sound, you have a number of these around the coast, and the sound from them would be used to triangulate the position of incoming craft. Let me stand back so you can get the full majesty, and I'll try and stand back only as far as the cliff edge. That sign there is for the cycle path. And if we look a little further down, there's a little concrete hut there, lookout hut, which worked in collaboration with this beast. Acoustic mirrors. Good idea, but was very, very quickly rendered obsolete. The wash 75 high behind us, wheeling around 180 degrees. Just coming into view is Folkestone. Trying to imagine what it would be like to be here in the Second World War, waiting for enemy aircraft to just buzz over the horizon towards you and then fly over the top of you, knowing full well they're about to attack your capital. It's hard to imagine. Thank goodness for a little bit of shade. It is unseasonably hot. Weather report says 14 degrees Celsius, but it is much, much warmer than that. At least it feels like it. And we're descending now into Folkestone, slowly but surely. Take a quick peek over here. Population. Lots of people. This is actually an art installation inspired by the acoustic mirrors. The idea being that it gathers sound from the harbour, and that lighthouse right on the end used to have a foghorn, so you can either listen to the sounds of the bay, you can have a good old shout down it. No. Nope. Nope. So here we are down on the coastline. Haven't really left it, but we're just about at sea level now, and I feel very exposed. The wind is, might be able to just make out the wind blowing a little bit. Can no longer see Dover, and we've just passed the Garden of Remembrance. Thoughts always with you, Tom. And now on to Sandling. Very long walk across the seafront there, and I would highly recommend a wide brim hat. I'm going to say goodbye to the sea now, I believe, so goodbye. So I've literally crossed over the road through a little bridleway. You can still hear the road that we were just walking against. And we're now walking alongside the Royal Military Canal. You know, you're in a well-to-do area when they've got plant pots. Every sleeping policeman. And now we're going to be walking across this. Hello, Piggy. Hello, Piggy. Hello. Michael. And then my watch battery died. Anyway, it's been brilliant today. I've enjoyed it. It's been a stunning day. I was apprehensive about starting this walk purely because I didn't feel ready for it, which is a bit strange because the last time I did a very long walk, I just decided to do it there and then. It felt pretty much like I put some things in a backpack and off I went. I had no idea what I was doing, where I was going to stay, nothing like that. Nothing was planned, and it was the trip of a lifetime. So I don't understand why I'm trying to plan everything within an inch of its life. I am glad I started. It's great to be back out on the trail, and I really hope you can join me for the rest of them. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you in the next one, and thank you very much, nature. You've done me proud.